So I'm sure you had the fair share of building websites in Claude Design, and today is a really good news. Actually, not today, on the 18th of August. Now, Claude Code can have a design mode. You only have to type /design, and it will basically build the same thing as it can build in Claude Design. And let me tell you why this is super powerful, and you should definitely switch from your Claude Design to your terminal. So personally, I like to use VS Code, or you could use your own terminal like in your folder or the app. But essentially, how it works is when you use Claude Design doesn't have context of who you are, what are your color fonts, and what is this specifically attached to. But on the other hand, if you have your VS Code or your terminal and it has a lot of information in your folder, you will be saving a tremendous amount of time into your prompts and your website build. So what we can see here is before you had to describe the UI prompt, get back a generic mockup, and retranslate into your code by hand. And you had to go back a lot of back and forth and try and fix things. And the issue of Claude Code, you trying to build something through Claude Code, is the way you needed to wait until it's finished and then start changing bits by prompts. But now you're fully able to do it in Claude Design. Let me show you and give you an example how it works. So in here in this folder in my VS Code, I have my own trained model where it will simply just understand what I'm looking for in terms of design, and it understands my business. Earlier, I give it a single prompt, say, make me a landing page for Next Phase, which is our free school community. And what it was able to create for me was actually astonishing and very fast. This is what it was able to create for me, as you can see here. Sure, there are a few things that obviously needs to be changed, the background and things like that. But this is essentially the website that I like, a 3D and 3.js files. And on the other hand, I use Claude Design to give it the same prompts as you can see here at the top. It basically has no information of next phase. It doesn't know what are my color fonts, what I like to build. And it created the most vibe coded that you'll probably see in Skip. Yeah, this is quite horrible. I mean, you can it's vibe coded, especially with the color fonts and the emojis. And it's not even like the free school community because Claude Design is in a box. But if you're using Claude Code, it can live outside the box. It can go and fetch more information online if you give it the approvals. All right, so now let's see how this changed. So this is through my VS Code. And what can be done now is that you can modify things on your own. So right here, I can change things, remove. So it makes things faster, especially if you want to have that polished look. You want to put your emails and information, cookies, and so on that you only want to tweak quickly instead of sending a massive prompt. This is it. Zoom in here and I click on text on the title. I can change a few things where it's supposed to look like. It's as if you're using Figma or Vercel to change your websites. And it also gives us the mobile version to see how it looks like. But what I would really recommend is that you use VS Code. And the reason why to use VS Code is simply because you can put a lot of information in there. You can find a lot of GitHub skills that you can put in your Visual Studio Code. And whenever you have a client or you want to do an email campaign of creating websites for clients, this is genuinely it. Because every time that you're going to be creating a website with one single prompt, it will know the color fonts, it will know the spacing, it will know the animations that you like to put in there. And also you can find really sick skills as this one that I have right here. I mean, this is nothing crazy to what this is kind of like the design that I have done. It took from one of the skills that I took. Let me show it to you guys right now. Sure, it's not the same as this website specifically, but it did kind of the same effect as what this website has. And the animations right here, this is what it took it from this skill. And if we go back to our website next phase, keep in mind, this is one single prompt. A few tweaks in the prompt, I could completely change this website completely. But right there, we saved a tremendous amount of time. All right, that will be it for this video. Thank you for sticking all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. If you like this type of content, leave a like and a follow, and I'll see you on the next one.